What's up, everyone? This is El Destroyer 229, and welcome back to Let's Play Persona 5. Last time, well, I suppose infiltrated would be the right word. We explored around the pool deck area trying to find the second person of interest in order to get a letter of introduction. Through Panther's acting capabilities, more so her quick wit, we managed to get the introduction, though not before we had to basically fight for it and had to basically fight the guy like we did the first time. In this episode, we are going to continue our infiltration by trying to head on over to the entertainment hall.
Okay.
Of course, it does mean we have to take down all the different shadows that are here, because shadows can never just stay dead, now can they? I mean, okay. Good. I was wondering, it's like, is that guy gonna turn around?
Show me your true form. Alright.
Of course, it's not necessarily a bad thing because of my never-ending quest to get more money. But we do have, well, a mission to do. So, we have to get through the upper starboard, not starboard, the upper starboard hallway, which is gonna be quite a trek to get through. But since we have this time, we are going to take the opportunity to go and do another history lesson.
It looks like it's locked from the other side. Let's look for
This
another
time,
path.
we are going to be going over Futaba's advanced persona, Prometheus.
Hey, look at this.
Indeed.
Can someone shoot him? So, yeah. We have to deal with shadows in the hallways! Now, thankfully, it's just in the straightaway. Ooh, Barong. So yeah, we don't have to worry about, like, being, like, having to worry about those throughout the entire corridor. It's just through the straightaways. So, since the shadows go through, well,
This door's
they go
locked
up
from the
and
other
down
side.
through the corridor, that is your way to be able to hide and then be able to ambush them. Of course, you can't exactly hide at the corners, though.
Alright.
Interesting thing that I kind of forgot about is that if you are recruiting a shadow that you've already had in the past, you don't necessarily need to go through the negotiations, because it will give you the option to go through a negotiation, but you don't necessarily need to.
Okay.
And it's literally the... Oh, wait a minute. I think these are actually different lines of dialogue from before. Anyway, you do have the option to go through a negotiation again if you want, though I'm not entirely sure why you would even consider
This door is
that.
locked. It can't be helped. We'll have to find a
But
way
it's only
around.
really hardest when you are, well, going after a shadow for the first time. Otherwise, it's not really all that difficult, and you can just recruit a shadow automatically. Maybe I'll show it off next time we get the opportunity. Well, not really much of an opportunity, but this is the first time we're fighting Barong,
Her skills will work. Sona!
which means I can do this.
One enemy on the floor.
And then I actually switch to the Fox, and then attack Parvati. The point is to weaken her, and then on my turn, hit her with an Egg Aeon.
Nice. Joker took one out. Please don't resist.
That way, I can extort. So, yeah. Being able to just extort a ton of money is definitely the way to go, like I've mentioned previously. Because proof of concept right there. I got 17,000 by extorting Barong. I only got 1,500 with the bonus for taking down Parvati. So, yeah, extortion is definitely going to be your best friend.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it is just the same lines of dialogue. Anyway, like I said, extortion's your best friend. You want to just extort money from shadows if money is your overall goal. Like
Show
it
me
is
your
for
true
me.
form.
Ooh!
Now's our chance. Beat him up.
Kurama Tengu!
Some treasure.
Oh goodness, I'm not sure if you're actually weak to guns.
Luna, aim.
Huh. I don't want to do this. I don't believe you're weak to ice. Of course, I need to be a little bit careful that I don't accidentally kill him. I can try guns.
Ooh, Joker.
Well, not quite what I was going for. But it works. Aw, sweet, it's an auto recruit too.
What? I am thou. Thou art I.
Your power's incredible, Joker.
Alright, well that at least saves me the trouble of fusing him.
Okay.
Cool.
That's a shadow. Joker, what are we going to
Where? Oh, way the hell down there.
It's locked.
Anyway,
Let's return to it later.
I didn't mention that I wanted to do the history lesson on Prometheus. So let's maybe begin on that. Do I remember if I unlocked that door or not? Anyway, like I said, we are going to be going over the history lesson for Prometheus. Prometheus is a Greek titan and is known to be a crafter god.
I'll reveal your true form. Okay.
do? A
Prometheus
stylish
is
victory.
also known for giving man the ability to create fire, though at the cost of incurring Zeus's wrath. Okay, I guess Panther has two of those things. Whatever. So anyway, when it comes to Prometheus, we're primarily going to be talking about his role within Hesiod's theogony, though we will get into a few other elaborations of his story.
What's that, Joker? Isn't it peculiar?
We have a light! Anyway, first we're gonna steal that. We can also take a look around here. I'm not sure if this room is actually... Oh! I was gonna say, I'm not sure if that's a room that we would necessarily transform in, but let's maybe get rid of him first. Freaking really?
Okay, let's move on.
Hey, Cert leveled up!
All right.
And he gets Inferno. So that's severe fire damage to one foe. Hell yes. Though I'm not entirely sure Inferno can be passed down. Also, I'm glad I managed to get rid of him while in that corridor. So, yeah, I gotta be a little bit careful. There is a door over this way. Kind of just leads into nowhere, though. Oh well. We did see the switch over here. So, we can head on over and head on through this door. Where there's a chest. Piracy ring. What is it? I do like how I'm just constantly, like, getting distracted from my story. Piracy ring. Reduces psychokinetic damage. Okay. So anyway, Prometheus. Prometheus was the son of the Titan Iapetus and the Oceanid Siomini. He was also the brother to Menodius, Atlas, and Epimetheus. Interestingly enough, his name actually means forethought, whereas Epimetheus means afterthought. Keep that in mind for later on in our story. Now, in the Theogony, Prometheus has a chance to demonstrate to Zeus a way for mortals to give the gods sacrifices. Okay. Also, I should heal up Mona because he is basically hurting a lot. Well, I can get rid of some of these low recovery things just so that way I can, you know, get rid of them. Also, I have these big bang burgers, though only Mona's really hurting. You know, I've still got a ton of adhesive bandages. There we go. I mean, hey, if I don't have to use up my SP for healing,
Okay.
then I don't need to use up my HP, or use up my SP for healing. Anyway, in terms of the sacrifices, Prometheus presented Zeus with two options. The first was basically an ox's stomach, but hidden within this stomach was very appealing beef. In the other was just some tattered bones, really crunchy, no meat on them whatsoever, but these bones were covered in a layer of fat. Zeus did not know what these contained, so when presented with either an ox's stomach or some fat, Zeus chose the fats. So, that is why when it comes to sacrifices, oh hey, there's a little hole right there for mice. That's why when it comes to sacrifices, oftentimes what was used for sacrifices was bones and fat, whereas the meat was consumed. Zeus was not pleased by this. And so, basically, as punishment for Prometheus basically lying to him, he took away mankind's ability to create fire. Now, in some other works, this also included the means of life, quote unquote. Which, the meaning of this was basically that doing a single day's work would give you enough food to basically last you a year.
Just like I thought.
Well, that could have ended better.
Okay.
I'll do this at the speed of light.
Hey! Now if I backtrack, I can get some more stuff. Anyway. Okay, well thankfully it's just a regular statue in here. Anyway. Prometheus, kind of not really, you know, on Zeus's side and kind of just wanted to stick it to him. Basically said, screw you. And to basically stick it to Zeus, Prometheus gave humanity fire again.
Not opening. Can we go around to the other side?
I mean, there's a lot more statues here, but thankfully, nothing really too much that's in our way.
I'll reveal your true form.
Good work, everyone.
I may be starting to reach my limit when it comes to extortions. Get this part out.
All right.
Now, Zeus got even more upset with this, since kind of giving humanity fire back basically defeated the whole purpose of the punishment.
Somewhere.
So Zeus devised a different punishment, both for mankind and for Prometheus. When it came to mankind, Zeus had a very cunning plan. It started with instructing Hephaestus to create something, and then afterwards, he had Athena, Aphrodite, Hermes, the Graces, and the Hours perfect this creation. This creation was the first human woman, Pandora. So, Pandora went to see Prometheus and Epimetheus. Wait, what the heck? Unfortunately, the doors are closed. I hate this sort of puzzle. Do I need to open that way? That way's ow. Okay, well, looks like I'm gonna need to go about this in a different way. So, Pandora went to see Prometheus and Epimetheus, and she bore a gift with her that was also crafted by Hephaestus and was part of Zeus's, well, plan. This gift was a sealed jar. Now, Prometheus, instantly being pretty wary of this, tells his brother not to open it. But Epimetheus does it anyway. He doesn't give any thought to this whatsoever and thinks, what's the worst that could happen? Well, the worst that could happen was that inside the jar... Ow. Wow, so close to being able to just do this. Inside the jar were the traits for mischief and sorrow, as well as any number of diseases and blights. At the bottom of this, though... Oh, what the hell? Oh, wait a minute, I can go through here because I'm not a mouse. I'm smart. Anyway, at the bottom of this jar was the trait for hope. Now, Pandora had no idea what was in this box, or jar. Even though we call it Pandora's box, it's more of like a mistranslation. Anyway, Pandora had absolutely no idea what was in this jar, and she panicked and closed it. However, by the time she closed it, there wasn't really much left. Like, the only thing that was left within this jar was hope. And so, blight, disease, sorrow, and despair plagued the world, but hope remained sealed away. So that is somewhat the story of Pandora, but that was Zeus's punishment for mankind. He had another punishment specifically for Prometheus. After releasing Pandora's box,
Yes.
Zeus basically imprisoned Prometheus. He had Prometheus chained to a giant rock for all eternity, located in Caucasus. Every day, an eagle would come to eat Prometheus's liver, and at night, the liver would regrow. And the cycle would continue for all eternity. Now, I'm gonna go and turn off the light because well, while the enemies are there, we should probably make sure that that's not an issue. Now, this would have gone on for all eternity if Prometheus wasn't saved by Heracles. Heracles, for one of his feats, was to slay the eagle and free Prometheus. And that's exactly what he was able to do. And thus Prometheus was freed from his burden. Crap. Thank you, and now it's time to die.
Show me your true form.
Oh, alright. Now, while this may have been the way that Prometheus' story was within the theogony, as well as in the Works and Days, both by Hesiod, there are a few other stories concerning Prometheus. More so, elaborations.
It's locked. Is there
This
another
would
way?
be expanded within Aeschylus's play, Prometheus Bound. Now, the play expands on the tale in two ways. The first is that in addition to giving mankind fire, Prometheus basically gives humanity all the tenets of civilization. By that, I mean that he gives them the arts, he gives them mathematics, agriculture, science, writing, medicine. So Prometheus did a lot
That was
more to
fast.
help out mankind than just giving them fire back.
Okay.
And I believe that, yes, I believe this is actually will take us back the way we came. So we're not gonna head that way. In addition, there is a bit of a tale that continues as Prometheus is bound to this stone. And thankfully we're not mice here, so I can actually kill these enemies pretty easily. Or at all.
Show me your true form. According to plan.
Okay, let's move on.
Hey, a couple more level ups. And a skill.
Check out this new skill.
Ooh, Skull gets charge. This is essentially power charge. So his next physical attack will do 2.5 times damage. I guess I could get rid of Swift Strike. There's not really any reason to hold on to that. And next is Maziodyne. Nice.
Okay.
So, as Prometheus
I
is
handled that easily.
changed, he encounters a young woman. Or rather, someone who used to be a woman. This woman was Io. Now, I've already gone through Io's story a very, very long time ago.
Show me your true form.
Good work, everyone.
Hey. Okay, so I'll just summarize her history lesson real quick. Io was a priestess for a temple dedicated to Hera. And Zeus kinda had the hots for Io, as he frequently does with all sorts of mortal women. In order to get his way and to avoid Hera finding out about this, he transforms Io into a heifer and tries to basically have sex with her that
Reveal
way.
your true form.
Okay. However, Hera found out about this affair,
See it.
and being the jealous goddess that she was, didn't blame Zeus for this, but Io, who had absolutely nothing to do with this whatsoever. Her punishment for angering Hera was to basically stay a heifer, as well as... hold up. I have to go back because there is stuff down that way, and I have to make sure that the device is on in order to do it. Welp. So Io's punishment was to basically stay a heifer, as well as being constantly stung by a gadfly. Yeah, this is a long corridor.
I'll reveal your true form.
I think I can help.
Have we seen your follow-up attack? I feel like we have, but let's show it again.
Do it.
All right, moving in.
Damn, Noir! That works!
Beat him up.
Saves me from having to use a Cyodyne.
All right.
I handled that easily.
So, as Io is... Oh. Did I probably didn't really need to reset all that. Well, damn it. Oh, well. So anyway, as Io is traveling, she manages to come across Prometheus. And Prometheus, in a way to try to calm her down, he offers her a bit of a prediction for the future. That prediction will come as soon as I ambush you.
Let's catch your breath. Okay, let's move on.
Hey!
Okay.
To kind of calm her down a bit, Prometheus offers her a bit of a vision. He promises her that she will one day become human again. And that from her bloodline, she will have a great hero. The greatest of heroes, in fact. And they will all stem from her. This ultimately ends up being true. Io does eventually become a human again, and one of her descendants happens to be Heracles. So, Prometheus was correct. And from Io's line, there was indeed
Show me your true form.
a great hero. So that is the tale of
They weren't a big deal at all.
Prometheus. A god who really kind of just didn't really like Zeus all that much and was willing to do so much to antagonize him. Even to the point of, well, going through a lot of pain and suffering.
See it.
It's interesting just how much Prometheus was willing to go through, but
There's
he
a
did it
shadow.
all
Be
for the
careful.
benefit of mankind.
Show me your true form.
So, well, Prometheus is often thought to be very favorably in terms of, well, I guess antiquity, I suppose. Just because of how much he was going to in order to benefit humanity. Alright, since that's there, I can go through here and actually try to get the treasures that await down this way. It is also interesting that I have a history lesson where I actually have quite a lot of information. Because the last few history lessons, I haven't quite had that privilege. But that's also because a lot more surviving records exist for certain stories. I mean, a lot exists from the Greek pantheon, even though not all of it survived. Like when it comes to Prometheus, there was one story that
I'll reveal your true form.
was lost to time.
All right.
For example, when it comes to even Prometheus Bound, it's actually a series of plays, and not all of them survive. The last play in particular is considered lost. So, even when it comes to
A treasure chest.
pantheons that we know a lot about, not everything survived. It's just a shame that there's quite a lot of other, well, pantheons and stories that we know next to nothing about. An odd reference here and there, but for the most part, lost to time entirely. Which is a bit of a shame.
Yes.
But that's just how history goes sometimes. Not everything survives to the present day. Okay, so thankfully I did unlock that shortcut way over there. Unfortunately, since I opted to do this in order to get that treasure, well, now I have to take the long way back and now all the enemies respawn. Woo. So I will meet you guys when I get back to where I was before. And take down all those shadows again. Hoorah.
Done. Let's go.
Also, remember when I said before that try to avoid going with, like, extortions too often because otherwise you'll get less and less money? Yeah, for some reason, I'm not really getting that problem now. Like, I've been extorting shadows just constantly, and yeah, shadows like Barong didn't really give all that much money. But especially when they have the red text where you basically get a lot, it's consistently a lot.
Hey,
So yes, a very obvious sign that
Show me your
security
true
is
form.
being heightened. Thankfully though, they're still really freaking weak. So, not really much of a difference, at least for some of them.
See it.
for that guy, though, him we need to more so look out for. But thankfully we can hide behind pool chairs. Forniuses! First time seeing you as a regular enemy.
Hiding something from us?
So yeah, we are definitely in the realm where we're supposed to be. Then again, these are supposed to be like the higher level enemies. So maybe it's not exactly the best indication. Let's see. I've got Parvati. Who else knows electricity? Baron. And that's about it.
Parvati!
Parvati it is.
Ravage now!
Oh, damn.
There!
That may be enough to just kill it outright. No, not quite. Barely, though.
I don't buy it. How's that?
No.
Well,
Then again, that is that same kind of conversation that you get if you try to recruit a shadow when you had them in the past but don't have them now.
go on. Later.
All according to plan.
Got about 8,000 or so yen from that. Whereas we got 2,000 from just offing him. Again, extortions. They're really good.
Okay.
At least when it comes to just extorting shadows. Don't do extortions in real life. That's bad. Okay, so even the cognitive versions here are on high alert. So we can be a little bit careful. Anyway, we are pretty low on time as is. So thankfully, by heading down here, we see a lot of these enemies
The effect of the cognitive.
and
I'll reveal
safe
your true
room.
form.
So yeah, these guys, not really the scariest thing in the world. There's a chest over there. But you're probably another Fornius. So let's maybe take you out
I'll reveal
first.
your true form.
Unfortunately, sometimes you just gotta off a guy. Because, you know, 7,000 yen is still pretty good.
All right.
Okay, so now that we got that, you know, we can explore around this back deck area a lot more starting next time. Meanwhile, I'm gonna head on into the safe room real quick.
It's safe here.
And I'm gonna do something we haven't done in quite a while. We're gonna consult with everyone.
Hey, what are your thoughts?
Okay, so basically we kind of have a general idea of
All right,
where we're at.
Let's get moving.
But at any rate, now is about as good a time as any to call it a day. So, next time on Let's Play Persona 5. Since we just got a level up, we may want to take a quick look into the Velvet Room. Because I am completely out of space now. And I definitely know there are some personas that we can make now that we are level 64. So I will see really quickly just what all I can make. I doubt I'll be able to make a whole lot, but it's at least better than nothing, and at least I can free up some more space. In terms of money, dang, I got about 250,000 yen in the course of this one episode. Neat. Anyway, we are still just going to keep on trucking along and just try to, well, fill out the compendium and get another letter of introduction. So until next time, everyone, take care.